In 2012, Metallica created and headlined the Orion Music Festival. It hosted 37 bands across 4 stages and featured exhibits of Kirk Hammett's horror collection and even a museum of Metallica. In 2013, they hosted the event again. One of the bands listed for Saturday was DeHaan, but was actually a surprise appearance by Metallica, who performed Kill 'Em All in its entirety. The name was a reference to actor Dane DeHaan, who would be the lead character in their upcoming concert movie, Through the Never. While it wouldn't be the band's first concert movie, it would be the first to be filmed in 3D and in IMAX. For directing duties, they originally wanted Anton Corbijn, who had previously worked with Nirvana, U2, Depeche Mode, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and had directed the band's videos for Mama Said and Hero of the Day. He was unavailable, so they brought in Nimrod Antal, who had directed Vacancy and Predators. This wouldn't be an ordinary concert film though, as it would include story elements intercut with the concert footage. The band described it as similar to what was done with Led Zeppelin's The Song Remains the Same, mixed with the surreal nature of Pink Floyd's The Wall. Rob Trujillo said it was a cross between Mad Max and The Twilight Zone. These story elements were written by the director and the band. The rough story is that during a concert in Canada, the band's roadie, named Trip, although this isn't revealed, is given the task to retrieve a bag from a stranded truck downtown. Through his travels, reality begins to unravel, and he encounters ruthless gangs and a masked rider hunting him down. The rider was played by Kyle Thompson, who had previously done writing work for The Lord of the Rings. The bag he retrieves is hinted to contain the spirit of bassist Cliff Burton. It's the same bag he had on the final tour for Master of Puppets. The final song in the film is his solo track Orion, and the film was released on the anniversary of his passing. Trip has his own key item in the puppet that he is always keen to retrieve. These events seem to be directly conjured by the songs played during the concert, eventually resulting in the stage collapsing in the arena, similarly to what was seen in an earlier concert VHS from the band. The concert footage was taken from shows in Vancouver and Edmonton. The selection of Canada and the resulting chaos in the film's story could be a reference to the infamous events in 1992. At a show in Montreal in 1992, James Hetfield was badly burned after stepping into a pyro effect. This caused the set to be cut short while he was treated. Guns N' Roses were then delayed in their set and also cut their section short due to supposed technical issues and Axl Rose's throat problems. The angry crowd then took to the streets, which resulted in property damage, flipped cars, and fires, among other things. Although the concert footage is from the Canadian shows, Trip's journey was filmed in New York City, Los Angeles, and Newark, New Jersey. While there is plenty of fake chaos in the film, some of it is real. During Ride the Lightning, the Tesla coil shorted out James's microphone. This is kept both in the film and in the soundtrack release. I also remember hearing a story that one of the mechanical arms failed and started spewing oil all over the stage and the guitars. Problems were also abound with the filming in general due to the stage lighting, fog, and pyro. Much of this is detailed in the wealth of material the band released about the making of the film. Many of these elements would be corrected and even enhanced as the film was also screened in 3D. The stage is similar to the one used for the band's Death Magnetic Tour, which was designed by the late, great Mark Fisher. The film is dedicated to his memory. The setlist is pretty comprehensive, including songs from every studio album except Saint Anger and Load. Even with the story portion, the film is only 90 minutes, much shorter than an actual concert from the band. When the film was released, it met mixed reviews and did not succeed financially. It made only $7.9 million against its $32 million budget. James Hetfield later said, "We really took a giant risk on this. Maybe we should have thought a little bit more about it. Building that stage, there was a lot of money put into that thing. But at the end of the day, it's on us. It's our fault. We agreed to it, and there you go. So we've learned our lesson." The soundtrack fared somewhat better, earning a Grammy nomination for Best Packaging. Despite all of this, it's probably my favorite Metallica album and video. I watched it on Netflix about a year or so after it was released, and I really enjoyed it. The soundtrack I think I've listened to more times than any other of the band's releases, and it contains some of my favorite versions of the songs. I also really enjoy the stuff with Trip. I think it fits so well with the music and the concert footage. My favorite part though is the destruction during Sandman on stage. It all blends so perfectly, and it's a great update of what they did previously. Another aspect is how many shots you get of the road crew. You're always catching glimpses of them and all the work that they're doing to make the show happen, and I think that that is pretty awesome. I really wish more concert movies followed this presentation style, a bit of music and a bit of story based on the elements of the work. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. I think it's one of the best concert films, and is deserving of not just a closer look, but a second and a third. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw and heard here, please make sure to help support the channel by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, checking out my old videos, and I will see you guys next time.